What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and just when I thought yesterday's video would be my last update on Call of Duty 2020 before some official marketing begins, some pretty crazy things popped up which we are going to be breaking down here in tonight's double upload. Season 5 of Modern Warfare may actually be the last season for the game. Yes, Season 6 may actually be cancelled, which ties in perfectly with the release of Treyarch's new game. We're also going to be talking about how earlier today IGN may have actually teased that they're currently playing an early build of Call of Duty 2020, and they're gonna have articles ready for when the marketing does begin. We're so close to something. I'm really hoping it is this week, but nonetheless, this Tuesday I'll of course be live with the Activision Investors Call. I'm so excited for that. I didn't end up streaming today, as you guys know, but I uploaded a video earlier today showing a new Easter egg that was solved over on Voyage of Despair. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. But before we jump into the juicy Call of Duty 2020 stuff, I want to let you guys know that a good friend of mine known as Romanov, who's a part of the Russian Zombies community, went ahead and showed me something that many of you guys probably didn't know about. And since you guys are seeing some Reznov gameplay in the background from the Black Ops 1 campaign, this is a perfect time to show this. So in the Call of the Dead intro cutscene, you guys remember that zombie that Danny Trejo kills? It's actually a model of Reznov. Yes, the same character model for Reznov was the zombie that Danny Trejo actually kills. It's a pretty old Easter egg. I remember hearing something about that not too long ago, but many of you guys out there may have forgotten about that or could be too young to know that this was an Easter egg all the way back in 2011 when Call of Duty was added over into Black Ops 1. But something really cool I just want to show you guys here at the beginning of the video. Let me know what you think of this down below. But here, as we go into Call of Duty 2020, this is wild now. A good buddy of mine known as the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost, as you guys know, MW2OG on Twitter, went ahead and tweeted last night that he received a report from a Korean-Canadian Call of Duty partner. And here's what he had to say. I heard from the staff, IW staff, or Blizzard Entertainment Korea, that there's no Season 6. This is official information. It's not from an uncertain source. So I allegedly heard this information from the staff, and he talking this information, excuse the bad translation here, on the Korea Call of Duty Discord channel. It's information he shouldn't have said, but I don't know why he did. I think that's what he meant here, but this is pretty crazy. Again, excuse the translation here, but there's apparently no Season 6, and if you do the math here, Season 5 may probably finish towards, I want to say, early October-ish. And what does that line up with what the Doritos bag was saying that we talked about a couple of videos ago, right? On the Doritos bag, the double XP event for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War apparently begins on October 5th. Now, that doesn't mean that the game releases on October 5th, because we do know the double XP event for Modern Warfare last year didn't begin on the day of the game's release. It began like maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the game actually dropped. And what that means is that you can buy double XP Doritos bags for that Call of Duty weeks in advance, and then once the game drops, you can then redeem those codes. So this lines up pretty well, right? If Season 5 ends, then, you know, Call of Duty 2020 could drop like within 2 or so weeks after that. It lines up pretty perfectly, but here's the thing, right? This doesn't mean Modern Warfare will stop receiving updates. It just means that we won't see another season after that. But I guess the big question is, if Season 5 was the last season, why haven't they said anything yet? And that's a great question. Again, this may have been misinterpreted, as I just showed you guys on screen from that Korean-Canadian partner. This could be misinterpreted, you know, by all means. But the thing with that is that maybe during the mid-season update of Season 5 is when they'll finally say, yeah, Season 5 is it, right? This is it for Modern Warfare. This is one last hoorah. Somebody else had a theory that, you know, maybe Season 6, so to speak, is a very quick season, right? Like a 2-3 week thing, mini update to say goodbye to Modern Warfare, essentially. That's also a great idea, but you guys might also wonder, well, what does this mean for the Nuke Live event? Is that guaranteed to be in Season 5 then? And I actually think this is the case. My good buddy Scorpiolo had such a big brain banger idea that he tweeted out. I'm going to show you guys on screen. He went ahead and said this would allow them to set off the nuke this season and leave that as the cliffhanger for the Modern Warfare storyline until it's resumed next year in Modern Warfare 2's campaign, with Soap and possibly Shepard entering the story. We know Shepard may have actually been heard in the recent Season 5 trailer where they show the Shadow Company. So that's a banger idea, right? You know, the nuke can go off, the map changes quite a bit, we get introduced to this Black Ops crossover, right? Woods is going to be added as an operator, we have a numbers live event that's also happening, right? Price himself will be saying the numbers from the original Ascension code from Black Ops 1. So a lot of crazy stuff's going to be happening in regards to Black Ops, so the nuke can go off, that will set as a cliffhanger for like the storyline in the present, and then we'll start going into that deep Cold War lore that happened in the past. And when the new Warzone map drops, you know, it'll be taking taking place during the Cold War in Russia, then we can start to get some backstory on, you know, what happened in the past of the current Modern Warfare rebooted timeline. It's such a great idea. I think that's actually how they're going to end up doing it, but there are still a lot of surprises left in store. But I think this honestly makes the most sense, and I know people have found Season 6 and 7 files when they've data mined Modern Warfare, and again, Season 6 and 7 in the files could just stand for updates that'll be released or content that'll be dropped after Season 5 is over, but doesn't necessarily mean that it'll be called Season 6 or called Season 7. I think it'll just be like post-Season 5 content of some sort. The game could still get updates without having a new season added, right? The bundles are selling extraordinarily well in Modern Warfare. They are making so much money. They are not going to stop updating the game. I can promise you that. And obviously, Warzone will continue to get updates even when Treyarch's new game is out with the new Warzone map as well. So nothing's really changing in that sense, just that we won't see a Season 6 if this information is, of course, true. But also, along with that, which actually surprised me earlier today, we did hear from IGN during an interview, which I'm going to play the clip on screen for you guys, that there is a game they can't talk about yet, but it involves a lot of shooting and killing. They also said they'll have a lot of articles ready to go up when the trailer drops. So what game features a lot of shooting and killing? Again, this could be a stretch. What if it's just some random game? You know, that's also possible in terms of what they're talking about, but there's a very strong chance this could be Call of Duty 2020. So let's go ahead and roll the clip so you can hear what they said.
But I guess the reason I picked it up was because I'd finished The Last of Us, and I'd just finished Ghost of Tsushima, and I was playing another game that I can't talk about, but there was a lot of shooting and killing going on, and I was a bit sick of it, to be honest. I felt like I need a palate cleanser. I need something like happy and nice and relaxing.
Now, all in all, I'm just ready for Modern Warfare to be over. You know, the foundation of my channel really is Treyarch Call of Duty, covering campaign, multiplayer, zombies, Easter eggs, guides, news, leaks. I just couldn't do that this year with Modern Warfare, so it's been a pretty slow year of content. A lot of filler videos, a lot of just random ideas that I had written down. You know, I'm really happy with the content I have produced. I'm very grateful for the growth here in my channel, and I can't wait to see what the future holds, you know, while doing YouTube full time. But when it comes to Modern Warfare, right, despite the success with the player base, the casuals, the microtransactions, the business, despite all of that, it just really wasn't a game that was cut out for a content creator. I just couldn't find enjoyment in playing the multiplayer. I wasn't a big fan of the maps, right? Warzone's cool and all. I love doing the Easter eggs and stuff that are featured in Warzone, but you know, with the hackers, the skill-based matchmaking, it's just not a fun or enjoyable experience, at least with any of my friends, right? I just can't sit down and play the game no matter what. And when I streamed the campaign last year, when the game dropped, you know, I finished it and I'm like, that really wasn't that great. I felt like it was a bit overhyped and still is to this day. Spec Ops is obviously a joke, right? It's just unplayable. So I'm just ready for a fresh game to drop, you know, to see how it does content-wise, because despite all of Black Ops 4's core issues, which we've gone over many times before, the game has problems. Despite all of those, though, I just still had so much fun covering all aspects of the game, all modes, right? Multiplayer, Blackout, zombies. I just had an incredible amount of fun with that, and there's just nothing, at least in my eyes, that could have really saved Modern Warfare. It's just the core foundation of the game that's very flawed, at least in my eyes. But you guys don't have to agree with that. I'm not hating by any means towards anybody that loves the game. More power to you. But, you know, if Season 5 is the last season, I definitely won't be disappointed. But that is about it, everybody. This has been DK Dynamite. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.